Welcome back. I'm playing Starship Troopers Terran Command, and we're working on the urban onslaught. Jumping between the police and the MI, so we'll see what kind of forces we have this time. I think it's going to be the police, since we have to do something with riot shields, I think it's
Listen up! Bugs have breached the Northern District and got the cops here struggling. You know what that means. Those of you joining us for the first time will learn quick
this
that
is
Major
the...
Verhagen's boys are the
That's
best
not
bug
correct.
stomping detail in
The
the
Jack
MI.
Warriors, they're the ones we have to do
Intel informs
with.
me we've got a large concentration of bugs around the train lines. So our next stop? The railway station. Uphold my sterling reputation, troopers. We're moving out!
Alright, so this is MIs. Okay, so let's move our guys up.
Whoa.
Got bursters.
Said Intel was on the money with the brief on burster bugs being here. Man, they're ugly bastards.
Ugh, already suffered a casualty. Alright, looks like they're blowing up on death and then they throw grenades.
Standing by.
And unfortunately, we got these stupid medians in the way that are making it hard for us to kite these guys. And we got guys coming for us anyways. Oh geez, there goes another infantryman. I probably, in retrospect, could have made our tactical officer focus on the bursters here. Oh shit. Alright, well there goes... Oh my god, I'm losing guys over here too. Alright, this is not going particularly well. There goes another guy. Alright, so when they blow up, they actually do quite a bit of damage.
Soldiers. Let's push on to the station.
Alright, so bursters, volatile substance that combust after a short delay, resulting in devastating blast, dorsal sacks, blow up. They do a lot of damage, but they have minimal armor piercing, so that means hopefully if I get to use marauders or anything on this DLC, then that should make it easy to take them out with vehicles. Of course, I got all my guys stuck here. Let's see if grenades work. Yep, they sure do. So that's another option for us here. Now, thankfully, it looks like there's a radio tower up here, so we should be able to reinforce our guys and stop those losses that we are suffering.
Look alive, troopers. On the move. Sir. What's the situation? Come on, you apes. Affirmative.
Alright, that looks good.
Comms base is operational, sir.
Alright, got some reinforcements. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have any improvements for our
We'll need to flush out that tunnel to get into the station.
units here.
Roger that.
Alright, we got that burster coming for us.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately. So we'll just keep trying to shoot these guys. Alright, we got him down. Ran through the grenade. And we gotta enter the railway station and clear the tunnel. There's no hive over there. Oh, the hive is underneath the tunnel here. Okay. Given that we had some guys coming from over there, I thought maybe that's where we were. So really what I want to try to do is set up some firing lines here. That way I'm not having all my guys blocked together. Because that was my issue, is I wasn't killing these bursters because I was running multiple guys at once and they were just always grouping together.
Sir? Yes, sir.
Well, let's just set these guys all around here. Try to hide behind the Tesla truck.
Yes, sir. Sir? Listen up.
Alright, so we pretty much gotta just clear this out here.
Standing by.
Nice. Those grenades also stun the bursters. Stun the bursters, allowing us to get a little more going there. I suppose I could just sit here and farm experience, but I don't want to really do that. Because it looks like we're having the ability to purchase new units, so it doesn't really matter if they die.
Blast! Clearing them out caused the tunnel to collapse. We'll need to find a side way in over that rail line.
And hopefully I will get to build better units. Because these riflemen, while they're good against the lowest tier units and suppression, they don't have great damage output if we start running into tigers and things. Alright, we got another radio station here.
A new bug threat in our sector.
We got drone hordes.
Roger that.
We've seen those before.
standing by.
It's pretty much just massive swarms of the drones. Alright, I'm pretty sure to get over here we have to go all the way around this train. Yep, exactly. Oh, shit. Alright, so we got all of our guys all grouped together here.
Move out. Roger that. Affirmative.
And that didn't work very well.
Roger that. Affirmative.
They ain't
Alright,
stopping.
let's just try to
Neither
run
do we,
away.
soldiers. Keep pushing.
On the move. Roger that.
Now I'm gonna run out of room to kite these guys at this rate.
Yes, sir.
Alright,
On the
come
move.
on.
Affirmative.
Oh my gosh.
With me. Roger that.
It's like I'm running just enough to let him recharge his grenade shot.
Infantry, standing by.
Alright, let's throw one of our grenades. Try to counter him.
Move out.
Alright, good. That should give us the opportunity. A little unfortunate. We've effectively pushed ourselves all the way back to the start
Affirmative.
of the rail line. And the question is, are there multiple hives and tunnels here, or are we in one of those situations where there's unlimited guys coming for us? And of course, after I throw that grenade, thinking more are coming for us, they stop. Alright, if I can move forward, I can get these guys to set up a nice firing line, because they're all partially blocking each other. Throw another grenade here. Alright, maybe we'll do the flare. That'll help us do extra damage. Then we'll just try to advance in between the waves. So maybe it actually is a tunnel, since there seems to be pauses. And we got our grenade there.
Standing by.
Alright, this is working pretty well for us. Maybe throw another one here. It is a constant wave. That's what that usually signifies, is just unlimited waves coming at you.
My unit has been promoted, sir.
So how it works in this game is usually there's some arbitrary cutoff, unless it's set up as a mechanic. So if it's a mechanic where they don't want you to pass, then we'll stay indefinite swarms. So that happened to me on the original game,
Come on, you apes.
where there was a mission where I was going to push the hive to just make it really easy and stop the arachnids from spawning and attacking us, but that obviously did not work because they set up unlimited reinforcement point. So I'm hoping, since we have to move forward, that this is just gonna cease once we get to a certain point. So what I'm gonna do is try to alternate my shotgun suppression in advance under the suppression, because what that shotgun does is it stuns units, and so then they'll be stunned while everybody else is advancing forward. Now, unfortunately, it only lasts for a few seconds, and then each one of these shotgun suppressions looks like it has a 12-second... Well, if it lasts for 12 seconds and has a 30-second cooldown, if I'm alternating 3 at a time, I should be pretty good at being able to spam it here to help me move out. Alright, that looks good. So that worked out well, and like we suspected, it does stop the spawn points. Are those look like tigers? Yeah, they are tigers, so we can't push that. So I guess that's to stop us from going over there, because this force cannot take out that many tigers. So we'll run up here.
Squad, moving out.
Okay, it looks like we're gonna get some
Mobile
reinforcements.
infantry? Finally, a bit of support.
You must be Officer Keyes. Major Verhagen here to take over from you folks.
Operational, sir.
This is MI business now.
Does MI business include getting our civilians evacuated out of the district?
My prime objective is killing bugs. But if that helps you complete the civilian evac, you can tag along.
That's good enough for me. Hives are this way.
Alright, well... Unfortunately, all these guys are riflemen, effectively.
10-2, standing by.
So we don't have anybody that really specializes in killing bursters.
Squad moving
It's the
out.
people.
I
we
guess
serve.
both the major, or whatever officer he is, he's a tactical officer, and then Keyes is effectively a tactical officer too. Unfortunately, it looks like the bursters can shoot over the walls here. So try to keep the police somewhat close to the front. That way they can have those detainer droids soak up burster grenades and also run interference against the drones. Looks like there is a tunnel up here. So we're going to just keep advancing here. The burster's hiding around the corner. So I got to try to aggro him onto us. We don't want to suffer very many losses. Alright, so he's down. Now we'll try to advance these guys up while we're waiting for that tunnel to recharge, and then we'll be able to fight the hive. Looks like we have several bursters here, but thankfully they're throwing their little grenades at our detainer droids, so that'll give us more time to be able to get into, into a nice firing line here, so we can take them out as they're coming out of the hive, and then also hopefully be able to fight them off as they're coming out of the tunnels over here. There's a shitload of drones that are coming after us. Yeah, man, we just lost a bunch of police officers. But we did clear a hive, so I hope that's okay. Alright, we gotta get somebody down here. And there goes the detainer droids, but we are gonna hopefully blow up this burster. Yeah, there we go. So now we just have to advance to this other hive. Looks like there's more tunnels. So unfortunately, I think we're about to lose our detainer droids, which means they're probably going to start throwing those grenades at us in a short amount of time. Try to stun those guys so we can advance. Looks like we got one more tunnel network here that we've got to try to clear before we can take out the hive.
Awaiting orders.
Let's just try to move everybody up, I guess, while we're under cover. Alright, that's good. We'll run you down to here. That's almost done. We'll come get these supplies.
Roger that.
Not bad for Flatfoots. Now, if you'll clear out our way, we'll be taking it from here.
We're not going anywhere until every last civilian is on a train out of the district. Is Protect and Serve not part of the MI mission too?
The protection part of my job is clearing out bug infestations. I'm better served stomping out the problem before it spreads to more of your people.
You'll still be leaving these people here at risk. I can sense more bugs on their way.
Sense? You ain't one of those.
She's a psyker.
Fine. We'll hold. It's a good spot to thin the herd anyway, if there is one.
Alright, so we got our guys here.
Dispatch.
And Keys has to survive. She's just going to stay there. Looks like we have access to some technicians. We've got an attack coming in 40 seconds. We've got a mortar turret that shoots grenades, and then a autocannon, which kind of focuses on a single unit, but does good suppression.
Construction complete.
So now we're going to kind of enter into a tower defense aspect of the map.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
And we also have ourselves a
Construction complete.
radio station.
Alert.
And we
Bug
do
attack
have some more
inbound.
resources now.
Well,
So I think let's get a radio
There's your bugs,
operator
Keys.
here.
Getting real curious
And
how you knew they
then
were
I
coming.
can reinforce in the field.
Just a cop with good intuition. What else do you expect me to be?
Intuition, huh?
Alright, so that is unfortunate. So it looks like we're going to get attacked from two different directions here. So I can't, and I focused all my guys over here, so that's a little bit unfortunate, especially because our... Oh shit. Okay, so those bursters, if you have a single unit and you don't move them, then they are definitely going to die in one hit. Alright, that shotgun is not doing a whole lot here. kind of curious to see how much it'll do on death. Oh, it does a lot. Okay. Alright, so let's reinforce our guys here. Try to get some of these resources. Now we have to defend the civilians. I had tried to run our guys over to try to attack, but that is not going to work because I built up these towers here, but now that we have to defend civilians, they continuously come from this area over here. So if you're trying to wait for them to get down into this area that I had built up our towers originally, or our turrets, the civilians will die. So you need to actually use this platform up front. And then I did purchase one of these jack guys because I need to get him leveled to be able to complete our achievement here. So I did that a little bit off camera. You didn't really miss anything here. It's just a couple of attack waves, and as you can see, I lost a couple of civilians because they're so low health that they would just run straight up here, and then the arachnoid swarm would run over this little embankment here and then start attacking them, and I just couldn't get the kills because they're so slow at moving and they're continuously running through that they'll just suffer losses. So you have to create a holding point at the top of this platform here to stop the civilians from dying. So unfortunately that's going to mean we're going to have to split our forces up into two forces here. One to hold that platform and then one to push the advance forward to be able to capture more supplies so we can build more of an army to push those other hives, because now we have to clear the 2 hives while not losing more than 30 civilians. And there's both hives and layers over there. So here are the guys that will always kill the civilians if you don't have a wall here. So what I want to do is use the police to try to hold the line here because they have those detainer droids, and so that will stun them for a little bit of time while our grenades are able to get in and destroy the tigers while things are waiting. Shit. Okay, so bursters can kill... Oh, there goes my Jack Warrior. Okay, that was not great. Alright, so bursters can kill mortars in one attack. These guys are all dying. I'm not sure why I have these technicians just running around. I accidentally selected them, I guess. Let's just keep shooting into these guys. Alright, that was hella sloppy.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll start repairing there, setting these guys here. We'll set up a secondary reinforcement point since we're going to be wanting to push things a little bit quicker. We'll get a mortar over here and get another mortar over there. And we'll set the police there. And now this will be our army to push over this way. So we'll set up some hotkeys here. So if I can clear these guys out, then I can get the supplies in the center. And unfortunately these guys are doing that dumbass move where they just run as one big glob, so now my guys are going to get themselves killed. Which is unfortunate because I am under a time crunch here. Yeah, here goes some kills. Alright, let's try to get you over here to attack these guys. And I guess that rail cart, or the...
Another attack coming.
Alright, good, we got that. Okay, there's more supplies over here, there's supplies there. I wonder if I can keep pushing this and then get back to the base real quick. Alright, we got this. We'll get another one of these warriors from the resources. God, we just suffered some losses there. We got those, good. Alright, let's get you guys all back here. So that was actually a pretty good push.
Right on cue. Hit them.
Got ourselves some pretty decent supplies. Alright, try to get our bursters to be our primary target. We'll have these guys over here. Unfortunately, it looks like they are aggroing some guys that are also shooting us. Alright, good. Now there goes our other mortar. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I thought this was going to go well, but I think I'm actually going to lose some guys here. Damn, we're losing our towers over here, too. So I guess not throwing those flashbangs really does affect things. Alright, so that was actually kind of a disaster. We suffered a ton of losses. Oh my god, there's still a burster over here too. Alright, well, let's just set everybody up, reinforce,
Yes, sir.
start building back up our,
Fixing to help.
We cannot deploy to that location.
yes you can, shut up.
Waiting orders. Take me to the high ground.
Fix our turrets here.
Sir.
Let's hit the bricks.
Try to get everybody back
Use
up.
all this material to put up more defenses.
Alright, good. It's giving us more supplies. We definitely need that.
How can we provide support?
Because our
Anything broken?
base is definitely getting overwhelmed.
Where do you need me? Affirmative. Come in, dispatch. Beat.
Construction
Provide support.
complete.
Let's get those cops back over here.
Tools at the ready.
I'm hoping that eventually we'll just hit a critical
Awaiting orders.
mass of towers,
Jump there.
and then that'll be able to hold the line for us.
Troopers.
Affirmative.
Alright, then we gotta push you guys, try to take out this layer here.
Yes, sir. Grab my toolbox. Officers ready.
Set up some police officers to hold the line. Oh my god, I hate how the AI does this. Like, let's just bunch together.
Troopers, listen up.
Alright, well, we'll have our
Standing by.
Affirmative.
Troopers, listen up.
jacks here try to kill these
Another horde on the
spawn
way.
points.
This ain't gonna be a
And
picnic.
we can push the radio station here. I don't see a supply around here, unfortunately.
Comm space is operational, sir.
Yeah, no supplies, unfortunately.
Yes, sir.
Alert. Bug
Let's
is at
run you
inbound.
back to base, I guess.
Move out.
Bugs all over us now.
And see how our turret line feels now with those extra resources.
A unit has
Alright,
been
we're
promoted,
going to make
sir.
sure to use our flashbangs this time so we don't lose the wall.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Standing by.
Alright, these guys are getting promotions. And these guys are totally killed, so that was a huge improvement.
With me.
I don't know what to think of these guys over here. Unfortunately, these jacks are pissing me off because they have to have direct line of sight and all my guys keep obstructing them.
Affirmative. We're fixing to
Alright,
help.
so we got you guys. We'll just set
Waiting
these
instructions.
up with the walkie-talkies,
Tools
I
at the ready.
guess. Even though I think
Standing
I'm going to
by.
just rely on the flashbangs.
I have the high ground. On the bounce.
Alright, so now with these guys, I think we're going to be strong enough that I can
Troopers,
hopefully
listen up.
push down here and
Roger
not
that.
be reliant on them to help bail out our
They jump in.
platform.
On your mark.
And I wonder if I can just get these jacks and put them on top of the buildings here. If that will give them a good line of sight to be able to shoot and get some kills. Oh shit! Well, it seems to be working, but I just have to be very careful about the spawn points and if those guys come for him. And that's right, the arachnids do climb walls, so it's not like they have a path where they can't get there. Alright, so we cleared out the bug tunnel. Alright, boosters down, supplies are being obtained. These guys are pushing over here. Let's just space you out. Alright, this is looking pretty good actually. Now hopefully we can just clear out this hive here.
Ready up. Another
And then
attack
that
coming.
should be... Alright, we have to worry about guys coming from behind us, unfortunately. Alright, we are suffering some losses. Alright, let's get you into here once we save our tactical officer.
Alert.
Okay.
Bug attack inbound.
Let's
Roger that.
look here.
Right on cue. Hit them.
10-2. Standing by. 10-4. Moving out.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're about to get under attack. Alright, let's get that flashbang out.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Oh my gosh, they're all the way over here already.
We've got a unit under attack.
Oh, there goes that mortar. Okay, so we can clear the right path out pretty easily, but now this left side is actually my weak side. interesting.
Ready for duty.
I would not have expected
got a
that.
unit
We can
under
hold
attack.
off here. Start to run you down that way a little bit.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Give you a heal here. Alright, those damn tigers are killing you. Alright, let's get you over here to start building.
How can we provide support?
And then you can build there. Shit. Okay, we got those guys over here. Alright, we got guys over here that we're going to have to fight. We got to get the parting gift because we need that for our objective.
How can we provide support?
And get
We've
you
got a unit under
here.
attack.
Oh my gosh. These tigers are messing us up.
Listen up.
Alright, let's reinforce.
Construction complete.
Tools at the ready.
Get you to reinforce.
Waiting instructions.
Get our police
ready for
over
duty.
here.
Standing by.
Affirmative.
We're jumping those guys down.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, unfortunately, I thought we were just going to be able to clear our spot, but there's a whole nother tunnel network over here that's attached.
You need target in sight.
Standing by.
So I thought here we were going to make this great clearance for our first hive, but there's still a lot that we have to do,
Trooper. Affirmative.
Look alive! Bugs incoming!
Jump in.
Roger that.
which is unfortunate.
Move out!
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Why are you not collecting this? I guess those guys, because they can't clear hives, also can't collect resources. See, there's the last of the tunnel network. So we're going to have to go over there and take that.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Standing by.
Ready to jump in.
Alert. Bug attack inbound.
Let's see, we got a bug attack coming for us, so I think it's probably more prudent for us to just hold here.
Awaiting instructions.
Let's get another police officer, because hopefully I can use them to help protect this left side, since that seems to be our weak point.
Our turrets are under attack.
I see they're already pushing through again. So let's do that and then throw some flashbangs. We're already down a mortar, unfortunately. Oh, gosh. Alright, good. Seems to be working pretty reasonably. Kill those bursters, please.
Sir.
Oh, gosh, we're blocking ourselves here. Let's get you leveled up, I guess. We'll set up another reinforcement point.
We've got a unit under attack. Standing by.
Alright, you're all reinforced. Now we're gonna have to rebuild our towers.
Listen up. Sir.
Alright, you're there. Let's push down here, I guess. Because now they've been fully reinforced because I was too far away.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Oh, jeez. And I'm clearing this like an expert, as you can tell.
Construction.
Alright, reinforce our losses, and then we're going to have to push over this way.
Roger that.
Now, the question is, am I going to be able to push across there
Yes, sir. Waiting.
before the next attack wave?
Order received. Affirmative.
On your mark. Take me to the high ground.
Listen up.
Roger that. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Oh my god.
Standing by.
What a disaster.
Roger that. Jump in.
Alright, let's try to get these jacks up here. Damn it. Come on, guys. Oh my god. He's got like one unit left of that squad.
Another horde on the way! Affirmative!
Oh, my guys are stuck. I need a reinforcement point here, guys.
Anything broken?
Oh my gosh, I haven't even built my towers yet.
Awaiting instructions. On the beat.
Alright, let's get everybody over here. Get you hiding around there.
The ready.
Alert. Bug attack inbound.
Okay, we should be able to create an attack wave here.
Here they are!
Standing by. Construction.
Let's do some shotgun suppression. Move you forward.
We've got a unit under attack.
Throw some grenades. I don't know why that guy wasn't shooting.
We've got a unit under attack. Standing by.
Alright, we got this here. Get the flashbang down. Alright, another flashbang. Alright, we're about to lose this spot. Alright. Seems to be working pretty reasonably. Alright, okay. We got this situation here. I think we lost one of our guys. But if I can kill this hive, I will take that trade any day of the week.
Standing by.
Finally,
Beautiful.
some proper bug hunting. On to the next one.
Alright, we need to get some more turrets up here. We
Look
need to
alive.
reinforce our guys.
Sir.
Sir.
Alright, and now we're here. You know what? I wonder if I get one of those, if that's going to work out better.
Construction complete.
Because I think it has actually quite a bit more range than the mortars, and maybe I can use that to target the bursters.
Alert. Bug attack inbound.
Tools at the ready.
I have
Bugs all over us now.
Construction
Jump
complete.
in.
Standing by.
Affirmative.
Reading you 5 by 5.
Alright, let's get our reinforcement drop zones here.
We've got a unit under attack. Sir.
Yes, yes, yes. I want to help you, but I gotta get my guys ready first. Alright, flashbang there. Flashbang here. Oh, okay. Here we go. So those autocannon turrets are actually way more tanky than the mortars, and they can take attacks from multiple bursters here. So that's going to be a total game changer. So, shit, if I would have been doing that, I bet I would have been able to push way more aggressively. Because they can take some hits way better. And then I wouldn't have to micro this so much. Alright, well the good news is that means I now got a strategy that should be highly effective, I think.
Roger that.
Alright, we can run you up to here to reinforce and get another trooper. Let's
Construction
get
complete.
one of those tactical officers and maybe a police officer just to use those drones over with our pushing force too. And then let's make them focus on the bursters. That way we can take those guys out, because once that's done, our infantry can effectively just act as a suppression force. We've now completed 6 turrets on the railway platform. So the achievement here was actually trying to give us a clue on how to actually beat this mission successfully. I do actually kind of like that on games where it's like your achievements or objectives, maps are created specifically to show you how to effectively use a certain kind of unit.
We've got a unit under attack.
Especially if it's a game that's like meant to have kind of a shorter single-player campaign. Oh my
Another
gosh.
attack coming.
And it's really meant to be more multiplayer. Then it gives you some ideas on strategies on how to use each one of your units. Alright, so it looks like we do have a radio station here. Unfortunately, all of our guys are just blobbing together, so I can't get any attacks.
Alert. Bug attack inbound. On space.
Alright, we got that. We got our reinforcement.
Sir.
Let's just set up some firing lines here.
We've got a unit under attack. Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll start throwing some of these flashbangs out, hopefully to start slowing the enemy. Alright, throw another set of flashbangs down here. Yep, see, look, we totally killed those bursters here. Alright, so this is definitely how you should do this. This is way more effective. Way, way, way more effective. Okay. We got a system down.
Listen up.
Alright, let's push.
Loud and clear. Wind.
Can I jump there?
Officer staking it
Looks
out.
like we cleared this first
by.
location. Got more supplies.
Affirmative. Can I jump there?
We've completed our secondary objective, which is just to get one of those jack troopers.
Standing by.
Now, Hopefully we can get ourselves into a situation where I can try to do the secondary objective with the Jack. Effectively, I have to use his ability to kill a burster. But we're going to pull back because this place here is about to summon new troops, and I didn't know if it was going to show up at the entrance there or if they would actually spawn on the side too. I can't really run you over here. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's get you here. How does this work? Alright, well I guess that's not going to work because we just killed him. So what you do is you use this and then you say where you want to go, and he leaves a little bomb behind, and then it blows everything up that's near there. Now it says I didn't get the objective, but that's because I actually did it, and I had to reload it because when they're flying through the air, those bursters will still throw their little grenade attacks, and it will go underneath where your trooper is during its animations, and then you can't move it, and then it blows itself up. So I just reloaded it instead of having that guy die. But now we've completed our achievements, and had you done that on your first attempt, that would get you the achievement if you were playing this. So now we just want to keep advancing. Unfortunately, there's going to be guys coming from behind us here too.
Right on cue. Hit them.
Alright, let's get those officers out of here. Set up a reinforcement. Ah, shit. I was too slow. Alright, so I just lost our officer. Let's set up those flashbangs. Have you repair here. Have you flashbang there. Okay, yeah, see, I'm taking too much time, so if I don't use the flashbangs, they can push over on the right side, unfortunately.
Yes, sir. Where do you need me?
Oh my gosh, I actually destroyed quite a few of my towers over here. Alright, well, let's start reinforcing guys then.
Waiting instructions. Follow my lead.
We're fixing to help.
Alright, we'll have to heal these turrets. Unfortunately, that means I gotta spend my attention doing this again instead of fighting.
Instruction.
Oh gosh, there's more guys coming for us. Alright, we better get our other trooper. We'll run you down to here. Then we got this. We'll set these guys up here. Bring you over to here.
Standing by.
Alright, and now we need to definitely keep pushing this way so we can try to get this location under control. Unfortunately, with that elevated position, we can't really see what's going on because our droids keep getting destroyed. Alright, so we got that. Alright, let's do this. Just set up a reinforcement zone since we're about to get attacked by all three directions here. Hopefully our suppression will hold the line here. Alright, come on.
Sir.
Sir.
Let's reinforce again.
Where do you need me?
Alright, and now we need to push forward.
Good to go.
Hopefully, if I keep pushing forward and I kind of put those jack troopers on elevated position, that should allow them to attack. We've got another tunnel network up here. And it looks like another swarm is about to attack us. Because that one's about to have troops, that one's about to have troops. Those two are about to have troops. Yeah, this elevated position's way better than where I was before. Alright, let's get you back to try to clear out this hive before the next group comes. And we'll get these supplies over here. All achievements have been
The
obtained.
cop might have been right. Keys, I'm tracking a massive bug horde on its way to you. We're also getting reports right across the city, too.
Roger that.
I'll give it to you this time. Your intuition might have been on the money. This is big.
I'll take my apology in the form of some backup for that horde.
On it.
Alright, well I guess we'll get one of the jacks because we only had 2 supply for that. And then, it actually looks like we have some stuff for some towers, but I can't build anything up top. I could build this here. But honestly, I think if I build a mortar behind the flame, that should work for us.
Bug attack inbound.
And the reason for that is the flame will act as an obstacle if guys are coming after us. And then it should be able to attack both the right and the left side,
Instruction.
depending on if the platform starts to fall.
Standing by. Awaiting instructions.
Alright, we'll set up our shotgun suppression, which will be kind of like a long-acting flashbang here. Set up some other flashbangs there. Set up our flare. Alright, our troops on the right have totally held the line there. Now we just gotta hold the line on the left side here. Which really shouldn't be too difficult.
All
There
cities
we go.
backed away. We're clear. We're needed elsewhere, Keys. The situation is spiraling fast. I understand that this is your district, but I got a feeling you might be a real help. So, if you're wanting to,
I'm with you, Major. Let's hunt some bugs.
Waiting instructions.
Listen up.
Yeah, so I think the big thing is if I did this again, I would have the autocannon turret on the end, and then I'd have one on the top of that ledge onto the platform too to help tank some shots. I think that would have been much more effective.
Further bug-related incidents have been reported across the outer districts of Mahanagar. Governor Govak has issued his assurance that the situation is under control and that citizens in the city center will remain safe to go on with their day unperturbed. Drums of gunfire may be heard occasionally across the hot zones. That's the comforting sound of our troopers driving the bugs back into the river.
Alright, and so now for our objectives here, we have to kill 20 bugs with the Riot Shield Squad Sentry Turret. And then we had to clear all hives and save all civilians. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.